Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. That's spectacular. It's divine timing. Right now, I think is such a magical time in your life that there's something that is really being activated for you. Right? I feel like suddenly everything is coming into alignment. Okay, and you may have been feeling a little bit low lately, like we've been on the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road. Things are turning around for you. Yeah, things are progressing. Maybe we kind of had this feeling that things were stalled. The wheel's starting to turn again. Okay, progress is coming. Progress is happening. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got a 9 of Swords. We've got the Ace of Wands. Look at that. An Ace of Swords. We've got a Prince of Wands. We've got a 7. See, there's got a 9 and a 7 of Swords. So there is this kind of, it's almost a disbelief, right? Let's see, 10 of Cups and more Swords. Look at that. We got 7, 8, 9 of Swords. Come on now, Aries. We've got a Tower. Yeah, that makes sense. And we've got this. You're trying to be okay with it. I think you're starting to see a lot of things starting to happen. A lot of good luck. It seems like you've been having a little bit more good fortune lately. But there's something you distrust about it. You know? It's one of these age-old problems. The universe is bringing you a lot of good things. And these good things start coming into your life. We've got a 10 of Cups here. Come on. A lot of good things are coming our way. A lot of nice things are showing up. 7, 8, 9 of Swords. We're waiting for the other shoe to drop. We're waiting for the catch. We're waiting for it to be taken away. We're waiting for the Tower. The Tower is what we don't want. So there's part of you, I think, that continues to work on this project, on this life, on this destiny. Right? We're watching your destiny unfold, but you're just saying, nope, I'm not going to allow myself to enjoy it yet. It's like we're here looking for problems where there aren't any. We're trying to find the flaw. We've got this spiritual energy. We've got this Wheel of Fortune, and we're kind of peeking at it and saying, okay, this is just fake, right? It's just a facade. It's not real. Like we see this gold, right? And we're just thinking, no, we're trying to chip away at it, and we're like biting it, you know. We don't think it's real. We're saying this has got to be fake, right? So we're trying to look for the screws and the plastic and stuff keeping it together, but it's real, okay? And I think that we are just in this very cautious, very self-protective kind of phase right now, where we probably have so much riding on this time in our life, this project, this period of time, whatever you're doing right now, feels like it has a lot of your effort put into it. We got the Ace of Wands, we got the Ace of Swords put into this. Keeping it all together, the last thing we really want is to start believing in something that isn't quite ready yet. So we've got all these 3 Swords cards, and this is what we're doing this to ourselves. This is our own mental energy. This is our own mind in this disbelief. This is us saying, I'm not accepting this. I don't even want to look at the rewards coming in, especially when we look at the 7. We're there, we got our blinders on, we're looking straight ahead. And even though all this good stuff is coming our way, we're just saying, I don't want to look at it right now because I'm all about the business. I'm straightforward. I'm trying to stay on this path, this straight arrow kind of thing, right? That you're refusing to enjoy the fruits of your labor right now. And maybe there's a good reason for that. But I'm kind of thinking that a lot of this is because we don't want it to be taken away. We feel that as soon as we start enjoying something, see this 10 of Cups, you really want to enjoy it, but we almost feel like as soon as we do, something's going to be stripped away from us. We're working on it, though. And Aries, I kind of feel like that's the message for you right now, is that you've got to keep working on that. You're one of these people that will just keep working and working and working and working. All this beauty and love and joy and all these gifts and rewards, all this abundance is piling up around you, but you just keep working and working and working and working. Very serious, you know. But you're trying to slow down. You're trying to calm your mind down. I feel like you sometimes can be a bit of an anxious, nervous type of person. Okay. I feel like you've been keeping your feelings to yourself a lot lately. I feel like there is not a lot of communication about this. It's just it's all bottled up. And maybe that's what the 10 of Cups is. Everything kind of bottled up into one card. Where what we need to do is open up a little bit. The Princess of Swords, starting to talk about things. And maybe that's really it. Maybe if we started to talk about what we're worried about. Talk about some of our concerns. Let's talk about some of our stress. See, a lot of stress here, and it's only getting worse. 7, 8, 9. You're stressing about the future. You feel like no matter what you do, you feel like you just can't get focused enough. We can't be concentrated enough. That you're trying to make progress. There's always something distracting you. It's never good enough, right, what you're doing. And this ends up progressing into looking at the environment like everything around you is a burden. Everything around you is locking you up in a prison. Everything around you is preventing you from reaching the success that you want, the happiness that you want. Even the success and the happiness itself is acting like this prison, right? It's kind of a weird paradox. And that, looking at your environment that way, then brings us right here to this 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is really where we're injuring ourselves. We're preventing our own progress, our own health, our own healing. You probably noticed some physical ailments too as a result of some of this stress. We got to find ways to relax, right? Heisenberg says, relax. Let's select the mystery card too while we're at it, okay? And this is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right there on top, okay? And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but, you know, it will tie everything together and give us our confirmation. Now, I'm not trying to make light of any of this, but I see a real trend here with this air energy, okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what this card is, go ahead and put your prediction down in the comments. I think we should do it together as a group exercise, okay? We see that this was something that started off very almost suddenly. I almost feel like there was just this this flash of insight, this realization, this epiphany that you had. You just suddenly received this mission, these orders, you know, and you've been working on something ever since. You know, and it was, at first it started as a very clear perception, very calm and balanced mind that we received this divine mission, we received this realization of our purpose, and we started putting in our efforts. We started with this fire energy and this fire energy, these two aces. We received the orders and we started committing ourselves to it. We started putting our energy and our work into it. And now what do we have here? The Prince of Wands. This is air and fire, air and fire. These two cards put together become this card. All of your creative effort, all of your energy. And I think it's become more and more and more. Every day of your life, it seems that you are putting more and more of yourself into whatever this project is, whatever your work is. Okay? So it's like every day you devote a little bit more of yourself to this. Every day you wake up a little bit earlier. Every day you put a little bit more of your vitality into it. Okay? It's kind of an obsession, and I didn't want to say that. But it feels like it is consuming you. It's just this focus. It's just more and more and more and more. That's not a bad thing, because that is leading to this very great and wonderful success. Okay? It's leading to this progress. It's leading to this abundance, the growth of this thing. Maybe this is your business, and every day it's just more and more. It's consuming more and more of your time, more and more of your energy, more and more of your creativity. And you're not budging. This is very fixed fire energy. This is your plan, this is that divine will, and this is your vitality. This is all of your energy. This is your consciousness itself being put into something. And this is a very successful combination. But it needs to have some sort of a pressure relief valve. Okay? Because we see that there's a point where all of this effort, it's the law of diminishing returns. We're putting in more and more and more effort. Eventually, you're going to start seeing less and less and less benefit from it. And I think even to the point where we start going backwards because we're putting in so much effort, we're not sleeping enough, we're not eating enough, we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not taking any days off here. You got to take a day off, Aries. Okay? Because I see that look, we've gone from an Ace of Swords, the clarity, the divine mission. We've got this certainty about our path, and now it's kind of become so almost complicated. It's almost too complex now that we're starting to not even see the progress here. And I think that you are making a lot of progress, but this mental energy, our mind, is not able to see through all of its own complexity. We're not seeing the simplicity anymore. We're not seeing the benefits. We're not seeing the rewards. You're not tasting the fruit of what you're doing, right? The fruits of your labor are supposed to be here for you, but I feel like it's all bottled up. It's almost kind of saying, nope, I'll enjoy it later, And there's something very noble in this. Maybe you're doing things for family, you're doing things for the good of the people of the world, but you've got to do for yourself too, okay? And we are watching your destiny unfold, but we see you kind of pulling your hair out over it, rather than enjoying it, letting yourself benefit from this too, okay? This is a lot of very kind of active and chaotic energy in what should be a kind of smooth, easy flowing, this wheel should be turning nice and easy, right? We've got all this kind of hectic energy on there, the very active air, very active fire energy, fire, air, fire, air, fire, air, fire, air. Just a little bit of water all bottled up. So rather than letting your emotions out, we're keeping them bottled up. And that's kind of causing a little bit of this. I just feel a frantic energy. I feel like you're pulling your hair out about it. It's very stressful right now. What we have to do is uncork this water energy and sprinkle a little bit all around. You've got to take some time for yourself. You got to eat right. You got to have some hobbies. You got to relax. You got to enjoy your pets, your plants, your people. You've got to chill out a little bit. Okay? Very hardworking. You feel very responsible for what you're doing, but I feel like you're starting to get some health things. You're starting to realize that there's just little things that kind of like are stress related. Things just breaking down a little bit. Things just not really working the way they did. Okay. And maybe the digestive stuff. Sometimes the 10 of Cups indicates that there's just some digestive issues. It's all stress related here, right? I'm not a doctor. This is not a medical reading. If you have concerns, go see a professional medical doctor, right? Not a tarot reader. But I feel like stress has a lot to do with this. And really, it seems like it's all coming from this Tower card. These are the two. This is really great good fortune, and this is disaster. One extreme or the other, right? And it seems like you're going so extreme with this success so that we avoid the extreme of disaster. But I'll tell you what, one thing is going to become the other. We're going to push this wheel so fast, we're going to spin it faster and faster and faster until it just blows. Until we induce a Tower moment in ourselves, in this work that we're doing. You're putting too much pressure on the system, right? Too much pressure on the system here. You got to ease back, Ripley, right? Take a little bit of time for yourself. Just go a little bit softer on things and let this, and maybe it's one of these things where we feel like we've got to be as successful as possible right now while we can. So we're just running full steam ahead 24 hours a day, burning the candle at both ends because we don't know how long it's going to last. Yeah. So this is something that I think it is your destiny. I think this is your path in life. But we are going a little bit too hard on it where it needs to have a little bit more ease. It needs to be a little bit more flowing. You know, we've got all this water energy, we need to release it, okay? Because all we have is fire and air, fire and air. It's just more, harder, faster, and pushing ourselves to the absolute limit. I think it's nice that we've got the Princess of Swords at the end here because this kind of is, we know. You know, I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't already know. So the Princess of Swords, I feel like is you saying, I know, I'm trying. Okay. And I think this is good. This is a good start. I think we need to start talking about some of this stuff, some of this stressful energy. We need to start enjoying the things that you're working for. Enjoy some of this abundance that's accumulating in your life. It's like you're accumulating it, but you're just putting it in the storeroom. You're not using it. You're not enjoying it, you know. This has a big significance in your life. It's a very creative thing. I feel like this is the essence of you. You know, one thing I want to do, maybe to relieve some of this pressure, is let's do one of our botanical inspiration cards. Yeah, maybe this will calm down some of this. It just feels very hectic, very chaotic, and very stressful. It feels like we're pulling the hair out of our heads. Yeah. Okay. Spirit's telling me that you lost a loved one at a very early age. And what I think that means is that like you lost a parent when they were young. And you were young too, right? But somebody kind of passed before their time. You know, they passed while they were still young. And I think that has more of an influence on you than you think. Okay? Let's see what we've got. The peony. Prosperity and compassion. And it says, prosperity depends more on wanting what you have than having what you want. Prosperity, wanting what you have. And I think that maybe is a good thing for you to consider. Think about what you have, right? Wanting what you have. Look at what's around. Look at what you've already accomplished. Start enjoying that a little bit. You need to have a want for it, right? And I think that's prosperity, is by realizing that you have a lot of abundance already and that you should be partaking of it. Rather than just trying to I want more, you know. And doesn't mean that progress has to stop. Indeed, I think that you're sustaining that progress. You're ensuring its longevity by taking care of you. You are the axle of the wheel, right? And if that wheel spins too fast or the road is too bumpy, that axle's going to break. You are going to break. Then what happens to the wheel? It's not going anywhere, right? We have to take care of the axle of the wheel so that we can continue to make progress, and sometimes we've got to drive a little slower. Sometimes we have to take our time, slow down, in order to really, sometimes it's a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, sometimes it's a sprint, sometimes, right now is the time for you to slow down, smell the flowers, enjoy yourself a little bit. Okay? Start enjoying some of the abundance that you already have. I want to look at that mystery card. Okay? I'm really hoping it's not fire or air. I'm hoping that it's some more water. I want to see like a 3, a 6, a 9 of cups. Right? The only water we have is all plugged up here in this 10, in this one single card. It's not flowing. It's not moving anywhere. It's just being stored up. Yeah. I want to see us, taking the cork off of this thing and enjoying it. Partaking of that, which you're working so hard for. So for the mystery card, if you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I want 3, 6, 9 of cups. Here we go. Fool energy. Well, I think the fool is really the way to go. The fool's not taking anything seriously for the moment, right? The fool is wandering, smelling the flowers, right? Smelling the roses, partaking of the beauty and joy and abundance and the life, the living that's around you. Taking a little vacation, just go on a walk somewhere. A slow stroll. Yeah. I think the fool is the way to go. The fool is that light-hearted kind of energy, stress-free, carefree, worry-free, at least for the moment. Okay? This will all be here when you come back from your stroll. Right? We'll all come back. And the thing is, we can see in this card why you're not doing that, because you feel like if you go on a stroll, you're going to walk into disaster. If you walk away from this business, that it's going to fail without you. Okay? It won't. And this isn't a card that says you're abandoning your work and you're just saying, I don't care about this anymore. It can succeed, it can fail, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go out and just live a fun life. That's not what you're doing, but you need to take time for yourself. You have to take that day off, that vacation. You have to go just outside and get some fresh air, right? Do something that is just to get that water energy flowing in you. Maybe drink some water, I think that's part of it too. I think we're neglecting ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because you're so focused on this work that you're doing, you need to take a little bit of a stroll. Yeah. That's the message here. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Aries, usually every Monday and Wednesday. All right, but I am here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.